Yep. So the moral of the story is, even if you feel normal, sis, Google a gynecologist near you. Look at the reviews, of course, and schedule an appointment.
Don't never stop if you want to be on top, bitch.
Low waist, fat ass bitch, tap in. Tap, tap, tap in. Diamonds dancing on your neck, nigga, tap in. Tap, tap, tap in. Fucking nigga, get.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Cama'S, obviously, and today I'm back with another video. And as you can see, I have a special guest.
Hi, my name is Melissa.
And as you can tell by the title, this is a very personal video. Cue dramatic music. Dun, dun, dun. But before we get into it, I want you to do me a favor. We'll stay here and wait for you while you like, leave a comment, and share. Also subscribe. Yeah. So let's wait for them. How was your day, sis?
Girl, I'm hungry.
Me too. Okay, we're back. Thank you. Can you tell us what P.C.O.S stands for?
P.C.O.S stands for polycystic ovary syndrome.
Hold on, wait. You're talking to the link.
So, PCOS stands for polycystic ovary syndrome. In September, it's actually PCOS Awareness Month, and not a lot of people know about it. So I wanted to talk to Cama'S, who's gonna talk to you guys, and just kind of like encourage you guys to do some research, because you never know, you might have it.
Exactly. So, for those of us that don't know, well, I kind of read up on it before the video, but before that, I had no idea. What is it?
All right, so PCOS is basically a hormonal disorder where your ovaries have a lot of follicles due to an hormonal imbalance. So it can cause a series of symptoms. Everybody presents differently. So you can have people, if you have irregular periods that last between 1 to like 18 weeks, it can last that long. Painful periods, cramps all the time, mood swings. You have insulin resistance, which means that you're kind of prone to having prediabetes or anything. Like, it can cause you to even have a lot of difficulty losing weight. It can cause you to have excess hair. It can cause you to have anything that your hormones is imbalanced, it can cause an effect. So it's just so difficult to pin down on what it is. That's why everybody has to read up on it by themselves and figure out how it fits you, if it fits you. Does that make sense?
Yes. But let me just cut you off real quick.
Okay.
You just answered like 3 of my questions.
I always used to do that when I was in school, and it's like a habit that I have to get rid of.
I have like a whole Q&A. She done answered like half of it.
Okay, the video's over. That's it. That's all I have to say.
Nah, you doing good. I'm just saying, like,
right.
I'm like, oh, check, oh, okay, all right, that's fine. But okay, is it common in Black women?
It's very common in colored women, Black and Hispanics, any type of minorities, just because they're actually, the cause of it is unknown, of PCOS is unknown itself. PCOS is very prevalent in minorities, Black and Hispanics, everybody of colored skin. But the thing is, the cause of PCOS is unknown. They don't have a lot of studies showing, because it's something that women have been embarrassed about, and they've been kind of scared to come up front to their gynecologist and talk about this. We don't even have like a specific treatment plan yet. So all of that is like in the beginning phases. So there's not a lot of research behind it. So I'm just here to tell you what I've learned from my experience in my own research.
Got it.
So a lot of, you know, like when we're growing up, a lot of like our parents told us like what we eat is gonna affect our bodies. Okay, we can all agree that in America that what we eat is not the healthiest. So I do believe that what we eat and what we put in our bodies, like anything from what we eat or like anything that we use, have so many things in them that we don't know. I do believe that plays a huge part of it. Another part of it is genetics. If you have family members or parents that suffer from PCOS or fibroids or anything related to that, you might be also at risk for it.
So would you say that fibroids and PCOS, what is it?
PCOS, they go hand in hand. They're like, all of those issues are in the same family that cause women to have infertility issues and have a lot of difficulty getting pregnant and carrying their babies to term.
So it for sure affects childbirth.
Yes, and your gynecologist will tell you that before, like once you go to your gynecologist, and first off they'll do like a questionnaire about your menses, your hormones, your weight loss journey, if you like need to like lose weight or if you're trying to gain weight, all of that they'll talk to you about it. But they will also do an ultrasound where they'll take a look at your ovaries. And you know, your ovaries are just supposed to look, you know, clean, smooth. But if you see a lot of polyps, a lot of follicles in there, and then that's why it's called polycystic, many cysts on your ovaries.
Polycystic
So you have syndrome. So you have a lot of cysts on your ovaries. So they'll be able to see that with the ultrasound, and that's how you get a definitive diagnosis that you do have PCOS.
Got it. So is it curable or treatable?
So it's not curable. The goal with PCOS is to treat your symptoms because they can really affect your quality of life. So their goal is to treat your symptoms and be able to help you, you know, not have any infertility issues if that's what you do want, if you do want to have kids. So their goal is to treat your symptoms and help you not digress into fibroids or any other type of issues and just carry your pregnancy if that's what you want.
Okay, so I know you said it's generic. So let's say it does not run in my family. Is it like something that I can avoid?
It's not something that you can avoid just because it's hormones issues. All those things, just like hormones and cancer, all those things are just basically your body going out of whack. And that's not something, there are risk factors, but there's not something you can do to just stop it. There's something you can do to help, you know, deviate from it. Like I wouldn't tell you to go, okay, go do steroids, go do all those stuff. Those are things that, you know, you just have to keep your body healthy, and that's the best thing you can do.
Okay. Does it affect your weight? Because when I was doing my little research, almost everything they was talking about your weight, like how you gain weight or lose weight.
Okay, so like I told you, PCOS presents differently in every different type of women. For me, I don't have a problem with weight gain. I don't have a problem with weight loss, I'm sorry, because a lot of people with PCOS, they have a trouble losing weight because they're, you know, they can get diabetes or pre-diabetes, so they try to keep that weight off, so their insulin levels are normal, so they're able to regulate their blood sugar. So a lot of women, they have, you know, good healthy diets and regular exercises, so they don't have to lose a lot of weight just to keep a healthy BMI.
Okay. And a fact about this is, I wrote this down in my notes, it says as many as 5 million women in the United States are affected by this. So that's a lot. 5 million is a whole lot. So you never know. I feel like as a woman, you should always, you know, see your gynecologist. If something is off or you don't feel right, just ask. It doesn't hurt to ask the question. And I feel like us growing up as in Haitian homes, our Haitian parents sometimes feel like they always have the cure for everything. Like,
and I'm sorry to cut you off. And they feel like that vaginal health is very taboo. That's not something you talk about in the house.
Right. So. Yeah, I know it could be hard to talk to like an old school Haitian mom about. The first thing they're gonna ask you having sex, don't have sex, and that's it. End of discussion. Like that has nothing to do with what I'm trying to tell you. So I feel like young girls, you should always have an older woman in your life that you could go to and just ask questions. And then if it gets that bad, then obviously, you know, to see a gynecologist, a doctor, whatever it may be. But it's always, you know, good for you to ask questions when you don't know stuff. And back to what I was saying about Haitian parents, if you tell them your stomach hurt, you don't feel good, you missed your period, they give you te associa or something.
Actually, I'm just gonna tell you that. So like I told you, there's not a lot of cures. So what they do usually, like I'm on hormone treatment, right? But like I told you, when I discussed it with my mom, you know, you can tell like how that conversation was weird because she is an older Haitian woman. So her first thing was like, how did you get this? Oh, you're having sex, this and that. I'm like, and so I had to sit her down and explain it to her. But actually, you know, TSOC, beet juice, ginger, all those things are things that when you drink it, it kind of cleans out your system and it helps with your blood flow. So that does help me a lot with cramps.
However, I feel like you have to be diagnosed first, because I feel like they try to cure you without even knowing.
Oh, that's like after you know what you're dealing with. That's not like just, I'm not telling you to go tomorrow and just, you know,
just drink it. No. Yeah, nah. She already knew what it was before she went to her parents, and then, you know, they can give you a little pointers or what they think you should do or whatever. But I feel like it's always safe to go to a medical professional.
Exactly.
Okay? Okay, anything else you want to add? Because you answered all my questions in like 2.
So I would just say, this to close this out. So if you feel like your periods are lasting too long, you're a very heavy bleeder. I'm talking about you have to change up to 3 to 4 times a day, and your period is lasting up to a month and longer. Like you already, and then you have irregular periods. Like a month, you have it. 2-3 months later, you don't have it. And then when you do have it, they last forever. You have mood swings. I'm not talking about like little mood swings. I'm talking about very like labile, like you are very irritable. Like sometimes I just want to bite someone's head off type of irritable. Like I just want to like get away from, and it can also lead to depression. So if you feel like those are things that you deal with, heavy periods, mood swings, you have trouble losing weight, you have, and it actually causes a lot of acne, excess hair, all those things when your hormones are out of whack. If you feel like
hair is in body hair,
like very hairy, and all those things, if you feel like you can relate to even one of them, you know, as women, like we are in our young adulthood, we're supposed to go to our gynecologist at least once we start either becoming sexually active or when we're 18 years old. So that's something when your yearly pap smear, you want to talk to your gynecologist, because it literally took me one conversation and a 15-minute very uncomfortable but needed ultrasound, and I knew what was wrong with me, and I felt like I was crazy before, but now like I know what it is. You know, I can take steps to, you know,
get it better.
Yeah.
Because either way, it's better for you to know than to not know, for it to be too long. And also, it's good to have conversations with either your peers, older people in your family, just because the woman's body, it's not like something we can just go in a book and read exactly this is that if you're doing. No, everybody's different and everybody goes through things. So you have to be willing to talk to someone that you can confide in, you know, ask them questions to learn more about your body. Because a lot of things, like she said, for everyone it's different. And another thing I'm going to say is that some of the symptoms that she's saying, you might be like, oh my God, I have it. But hold on, you know your body though. Some things, okay, our camera died. Well, it didn't die, but it just stopped recording. So I don't know what I was talking about before.
Okay, so I was paying attention. So you said something like, you know, if you feel like you have the symptoms, don't just go rushing.
Okay, yeah. You know your body. So let's say the irregular period, like, you know, since you started getting your menstrual, it's been this way. Don't be like, oh my God, that's how you've been. Like, you know your body. You know when something feels off or different. You know, that's when you should be like, you know, asking questions and stuff, not just, oh my God, I lost weight, I can't gain weight, so that means I have this, not that type of stuff. So yeah, that pretty much sums up the video. Do you want to add anything else?
No, keep your vaginas healthy, guys. That's it.
Drink your water, sis.
And cranberry juice.
Oh, I think we should do another video, not now, but whenever you're ready. Look at the camera.
Okay.
I think we should do another video talking about hygiene, because I feel like a bunch of the younger girls, I feel like they have a lot of questions that they're too afraid to ask. Because I feel like when I was 14, I wasn't trying to talk to nobody about what's going on with me and what I think, or like ask them what I should do as far as hygiene, as far as down there, because we need to talk about it. So I feel like we need to do a video on that. What you think?
I'm down, yeah.
Well, yeah, if you want to see that video, just leave us a like and we'll be back with a hygiene video.
All right, bye guys.
Alrighty, thank you so much for watching the video. Again, like, comment, subscribe, share, all of that, and we'll be back with more content. Bye.
Waist fat ass bitch, tap in. Tap, tap, tap in. Diamonds dancing on your neck, nigga, tap in.